Hello and welcome to another episode of Anthony's Asylum. Yes, welcome. Oh my gosh, where do I begin? For those of you still listening to this podcast, thank you so much, first of all. But yeah, I have been off the air, man, guys and gals. I have been off the air for how long has it been now? 3 weeks? Yeah, I haven't done a show in 3 weeks. And you know why, guys? I was sick. I was sick as a dog. Oh God, oh man. And it all started, it was interesting because, yeah, actually, started 4 weeks ago yesterday. So yeah, I was pretty much out for like almost a month, 3.5 weeks. 3.5 weeks. Sorry, my voice is still not completely where it used to be. But anyway, I just, oh God, I'm back. But anyway, 3 weeks. I'm sorry, 4 weeks ago. A little over 4 weeks ago on Monday. I like to record my podcasts at night, generally when the kids are asleep and that kind of thing, and I have some time to myself, and I usually do it a little bit, before I release them. So I release them every Friday. That's my my goal anyway, and that's what I did before I got sick. But I usually record them like a few days before. And so that week that I got sick, I recorded it on Monday evening because I figured, oh yeah, cool. The last show I did, I recorded on Monday evening because I had some time and I was like, okay, that's cool. I don't have to rush and scramble to get everything done for Friday. And so I did that. And then on Tuesday, throughout the day, I was just getting this headache that was just gradually getting worse and worse and worse, eventually becoming a migraine, and it was just all in my head, down my neck, and into my back. And it was ridiculous, and I had to go to work that night. And just was in hellish pain the whole time. And of course, came home, went to bed, hoping that sleep would remedy this ridiculous migraine I had. And unfortunately, I wake up Wednesday morning, and I am not any better. I pretty much stay in bed that whole day, and then start developing a cough on Thursday. And so now I have this ridiculously painful, hellish migraine, in my head, my entire head, my neck, my back. And then this cough that develops, coughing, every, few seconds or whatever, which is, of course, making the migraine worse and worse. And, start developing a sore throat, start getting this congestion in my chest. So that goes on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, I'm no better. I go into the doctor. My doctor tells me it's just a virus. It's a virus. It will pass in 2 weeks, she says. At most 2 weeks. So I'm thinking, okay, it's a virus. All right, fine. I have to live with this. And besides, and in the meantime, I'm trying all these remedies, ibuprofen, Tylenol, whatever will help this hellish migraine. And of course, taking cough medicine, all kinds of crap, shoving it into my body, hoping that something will work. And of course, none of this is helping. I mean, nothing is working. And so yeah, I go home hopeful that, oh yeah, this is going to get better. This is just a virus. Okay, great. I've never been sick for 2 weeks before, but we'll see how this goes. Hopefully this will get better as I go into week 2. So yeah, week 2 starts on Tuesday, of course. Wednesday, Thursday. The headache is going down. Okay, the migraine is finally dissipating. But imagine having a migraine headache. I mean, a head-splittingly hellish headache, migraine, for a week, for almost a week and a half. I mean, I've had migraines before, and like I said, usually they go away after I've slept sometime, and I usually don't use any kind of remedy. I mean, maybe sometimes I take ibuprofen or whatever, but usually sleep. If I'm closing my eyes and I sleep, I'm usually fine. But imagine having that, the worst migraine you've ever had for a week and a half, okay? Because that's how long I had it. And I seriously, literally could not do anything. It was painful to get out of bed. It was just painful to move, and just, I couldn't lift my children up to hug them and play with them, and it was terrible. I mean, it was in a state of depression, it was crazy. And couldn't do anything. But I managed to get my show out. That's right. I did get my last episode out that Friday before I went to the doctor. Because I needed to, you know what I mean? Like it was already recorded. All I had to do was create the thumbnail. I did a little bit of editing, but it was all I could do to get that out, and it was the last thing I've done for a while now. But yeah, and then so that second week, and then, the migraine starts to go away after about a week and a half. And, but I still have this ridiculous sore throat. The coughing, gets worse. The congestion. So I go into the next week. Now it's been about 2 weeks. Still there. Okay. I'm assuming it's getting a little bit better because that week, actually, the second week, we were scheduled to go camping, my family and I. And so, I mean, we had that in the calendar for months, and I could not bail out on that. So I was just doing whatever I could to make myself, like, in my mind, like, I am better. I am getting better. This is going to be good. I'm going to go camping and have fun with my family. And so we go. I mean, we go because we can't, I can't do this to my family. I have to push on and be strong and all that. And so, in my head, like I said, I'm assuming I'm getting a little better. I'm like, it's been 2 weeks. I'm getting better. I mean, I have to be, right? So, sorry about this long story, but I just have to get this out because it's been so crazy. So anyway, go camping. I'm miserable the whole way up. We're driving separate vehicles, because we have the one van that carries all the kids, and then I was driving the van with all the camping equipment and stuff. So we go up. I'm miserable the whole way up. We start setting up stuff. I just can't shake this pain in my throat, in my chest, this congestion. And by the way, by that time, the cough had developed. I'd pulled some muscles, I guess, in my side. So every time I cough now, not only did it hurt my throat and my chest, but also my side I was just pulling muscles every time I coughed. And still do, by the way. The muscle thing, I've pulled muscles before, and that stuff does not go away very easily or quickly. And if you've ever pulled a muscle, you definitely know what that feels like. And then, yeah, it takes months for that crap to heal. So now I'm facing that. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, anyway, it was not a fun camping trip. It was the least fun I'd ever had on a camping trip. And it sucked because actually everything went so well. Usually we have, problems and different things happen and, oh no, we forgot this and all that. But this camping trip actually went so well. but I could not enjoy it. And I just felt so miserable and was on pain meds and all this other stuff, and just trying to make it through and trying to make it enjoyable for my family and for my wife. And just, I just was so happy when it was over. And I'm usually not like that. I love camping, and, I'm usually so like upset when it's over. It's like, damn it, I don't want to go back. But yeah, this time I was like, damn, I'm so happy we're going to go back. But at the same time, I was just so like, I remember coming back and my wife, I was just so like, God, I was so tired. I was so upset. I was just like, and I lashed out at my wife for a brief moment, and I regret that, but I was just like, I'm so sick of being sick. I was just so like mad. It was because I was still so sick, and I'd never been sick that long. It was so crazy. So this is Friday when we get back. So now I'm 2.5 weeks sick with whatever this is, this virus, right? And so I go through the weekend. Monday, I'm still sick as a dog. I go into my doctor again. So now we're going on almost 3 weeks. And then, of course, I get diagnosed with strep, which probably developed while I was camping, quite frankly, because it gets cold, and my throat was just so sore and getting hurt and all this crap. So I developed strep and need to take antibiotics and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, and then week 3 comes along on Tuesday. I'm taking the antibiotics, slowly but surely, getting better, going through the weekend, getting a little bit better. Now we are at, what is this, Wednesday? So Tuesday, yesterday, I'm recording this on Wednesday the 19th. So yesterday was actually week 4, beginning of week 4 that I've had this. So I've been on antibiotics now for over a week. Started last Monday, so 7, 8, 9 days. The last of my prescription ends tomorrow, I think. So it'll be 10 days. And like I said, I'm definitely way better. It's still there. It's still lingering. And I understand coughs can linger. But I still have a lot of this weird like chest congestion. And of course now my side with the pulled muscle and that kind of crap. So it's just, it's slow going, and it's going to be like, oh God, I'm just happy like I don't have that migraine anymore, and that really bad, like severe, once I was taking the antibiotics, it was like that severe, like sore throat just was just like, like melting away. And that just felt so good. And, but like I said, still kind of have a sore throat, kind of a scratchy voice. I still cough occasionally, and that aggravates my freaking pulled muscle. But yeah, way better. And yeah, definitely can't complain now. It's just that, wow, like, I don't know if any of you have ever experienced this, but I have never been sick this long. Like, I can relate to this now for anybody who has been really sick. Like, okay, yes, I can get that. But damn, I mean, I don't even know. Like, it was just one thing after another, and then. But anyway, I'm back, and thank you for all you listeners out there who are still listening to the show. I'm so sorry that I did not deliver a show for 3 weeks. I just feel so bad about that. Because I want to do this, I want to do this, and I want to do it weekly, and I want to do it every Friday. I mean, that's my goal, and that's what I want to stick with, and I hope, I know some of you probably were thinking, oh, you probably just quit, and you probably just did this, and didn't want to do it anymore and whatever, but I'm not that guy. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to, I've just been sick as a dog. And, and I think, if I ever do get sick again like this, expect me not to do any podcasts. But I will try, damn it. I will try to do whatever I can. And, anyway, here we are again, with another podcast. And, I was thinking, these weeks that I've been out, I just was so like re-examining, stuff, as you do. Anyway, but I'm just thinking like, I don't know what I want this show to be, and I was just thinking like, well, what do I want to do? What's the purpose, and I originally built this show. I know I'm only 5 episodes in now. So it's, it's going to be changing. It's going to be evolving. It's going to be turning into whatever it ends up being, but it's called Anthony's Asylum, and it's really just, a step into my mind. Right. I mean, that's kind of what I wanted people to think and kind of grasp onto. I mean, it's my asylum, right? It's my mind, my world, whatever. And I just want to share some aspect of that with you guys. And I don't know why I feel compelled to do that, but it's just something that is there. And so, and the way I've done it is I just wanted to do kind of like movie news, video game news, tech news, stuff like that, talking about movie stuff, filmmaking, my career, whatever. I don't know. Just random stuff. Just talk about movies in general, my favorite movies, my favorite games, whatever. And I've done that. But I'm kind of like, I don't know, like I don't know. I'm kind of just doing it just to kind of, I don't know, because I've seen other people do it and I'm kind of like, okay, well, but I'm not feeling it. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to be like, well, what do I really want to talk about? What's really in my head? What is Anthony's Asylum? So I'm trying to figure that out, guys and girls. And I don't know, for any of you listeners who are still listening and really follow the show and really, I don't know, want to help me out, just let me know in the comments. Just what do you guys think I should do? I mean, in terms of like, should I just keep it formulaic like that? Should I just do like, and this is what's happening in movie news and video games? And, I mean, obviously it's stuff that I do want to talk about, because I wouldn't bring it up if it wasn't. But at the same time, I don't want it to just be like a formulaic show where it's just like, every episode's the same. And I realize that I kind of changed it up with the Star Wars edition episode, and I'm just a huge Star Wars nerd, and I don't know. I kind of wanted to talk a little bit more about Star Wars today, because that was in my mind, and I thought, this is Anthony's Asylum, I should just talk about whatever the hell comes to my mind, right? I don't know, but whoever will listen, I guess, I don't know. So I'll be talking about Star Wars a lot, But anyway, I guess to kind of go further into that, I don't know, like I've just been thinking about, it was weird. I was driving home today from lunch. I was having lunch with my wife and my sister-in-law, and we arrived in separate vehicles and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I was driving home and I was just really shocked and surprised to see a Spirit Halloween shop open already. I was like, what the hell is going on? I mean, are we not still in August? For crying out loud, my kids just went back to school. And so I just started thinking, oh, wait, wow, who do I want to dress up as this Halloween? So last year I was the Doctor, the good Doctor from Doctor Who. Any of you Whovians out there? I was actually the 10th Doctor, David Tennant. Of course, come on, who the hell else am I going to be? Actually, my favorite Doctor is the 9th Doctor. I love Christopher Eccleston. And but I love David Tennant so much too, though. I mean, David Tennant is like, oh god, I love that guy so much. It was just, those are some of the best seasons, best episodes ever, and they have not reached that level since then. I don't care if anybody says, oh, Matt Smith was the best, or even oh god, who's the new guy? I watched the new season. What is his name? Holy crap, I can't even think of it. Anyway, I'm sure some of you will remind me in the comments. God, I actually didn't mind that season. I liked it. I like him better than Matt Smith. I can't think of his name. Peter Capaldi. Sorry, guys. Peter Capaldi just came back to me. Yes, I do like Peter Capaldi. I just don't think this last season was that memorable. It's so like, I don't know. Like I watched it and I can't even remember it. You know, I've been actually going through it again and I've been liking it a little bit more. But honestly, just, I don't know. To me, those David Tennant seasons are just, they're just like out of this world. They're amazing. They're just, whew. But anyway, so I was the Doctor last year. Year before that, I was Indiana Jones. This year, I'm thinking I'm going to be Luke Skywalker. I'm going to be old Luke Skywalker, though. Luke Skywalker from the new Star Wars movie. So I'm not entirely sure what he looks like. Sorry, guys. But I kind of have the look. I've got kind of longish hair. I've got a beard. All I got to do is just get like the Jedi robes or whatever. And boom, Luke Skywalker from The Force Awakens. So I think I'm going to go with that. But anyway, so I was thinking about Luke Skywalker, and this is where my mind goes. See, I mean, if you really want a glimpse into my mind, this is where it goes. So I started thinking about what the hell is Spirit Halloween doing open? And then I was like, oh, wait, who should I be this Halloween? Then it goes to Luke Skywalker. Then I'm thinking, you know, Luke Skywalker, it looks like in the new movie, in the trailer at least, he's wearing the traditional Jedi robes. If that is him anyway. I mean, I think it's him, but because you don't see his face, you just kind of see his robotic arm touching R2-D2. Right. Then I started thinking, well, in Return of the Jedi, he's wearing this black sort of jumpsuit, right? And the reasoning behind that was, you know, in reality, George Lucas had no idea what the hell he wanted the Jedi to look like. I mean, if you look at the conceptual art of The Phantom Menace, you'll see a lot of designs for what they were going to do with the Jedi. And actually one of those designs was a Luke Skywalker Return of the Jedi black tunic, which was actually kind of cool. And then one of the things they toyed around with was having the Jedi be in black and then the Sith be in white. And that would have been a really interesting twist. But of course, they decided on the sort of traditional Jedi look, which I guess you could say is the Obi-Wan Kenobi look. That he has in A New Hope and that kind of thing. And that's kind of what they went with the prequel Jedi. And then that has become the Jedi look. You know, there's like Jedi who do different things as well. They change it up, specifically Anakin, you know, going with a darker robes as well as leather and that kind of thing. So obviously there's Jedi who personalize their stuff and make it a little bit more, you know, their own. But I always wondered that about Luke, you know, because Obi-Wan dresses a certain way and Yoda dresses a certain way and they kind of dress the same, right? But they don't really tell Luke, you know, what you're supposed to wear. They're not like, you need to go to Kmart and buy yourself a white tunic with a brown robe. Okay, buddy. they don't tell him that. They don't say anything. So, you know, after The Empire Strikes Back, he comes back wearing this black tunic, which is freaking awesome, quite frankly. And the black robe and stuff. I mean, he looks like a Sith Lord, you know, but he doesn't know any better. He really doesn't. It's not like they told him, well, you know, the Jedi are supposed to wear this and the Sith wear the black. So, you know, it's not really his fault. He just thought, hey, he probably went to the store and picked something that looked cool. And he was like, hey, I think this looks like a Jedi, right? This will make me look like a Jedi master. It's probably all he really did, right? So that was always interesting to me. Like, why is he wearing that and all that? And it's just like, to me, I think, you know, if you're talking about the character and if you're talking about the, you know, what Luke could be going through is, you know, he doesn't really know any better. So it's just thinking, wow, well, that looks cool and I'll just wear it. And, you know, it's not like Yoda, when he saw him again in Return of the Jedi, he's like, holy crap, what are you wearing Sith robes for, man? You know, he didn't say anything like that. It was just like, it was almost like a non-issue. But yeah, so I don't know. I was just thinking about kind of like the evolution of what the Jedi were wearing and all this kind of stuff. And like, so, but it's going to be interesting to see The Force Awakens. Like, what is Luke? Is he going to be wearing the Jedi, like the black tunic that he wore before? Or is he going to be wearing more of the traditional Jedi garb, you know? And God, so much of that movie is still so vague. It's like, damn, like, release a trailer already that has a story to it. You know what I mean? All these trailers so far have just been like, just images and things like that. And it's like, okay, fine. I don't know. I really want to know what the story is. I want to see some characters. I want to see some action. You know what I mean? Something that's really going to grab me. Of course, I'm going to see it because it's Star Wars, but at the same time, man, I want to see a trailer that's really going to, I know J.J. Abrams is all about hush hush, secrecy and all that crap, but it's like, damn, come on, just release something already that is contextual, that is going to give us something, that is going to has some substance to it, Oh god, sorry guys, my microphone fell over. I'm probably going to edit this out, but maybe not. I don't know. Oh god. Anyway, though, so then that got me into thinking about the nature of the Force. So I was jumping around a little bit more on my way home. This is all stuff I was thinking about on my way home. Determining, I'm going to dress up as Luke Skywalker from Force Awakens. Cool. Start thinking about, okay, where the Jedi came from, where their tunics came from, why do they dress like that, the Sith dress like this, and all this other stuff. Then that developing into, what is the nature of the Force? Why are there so many people who are mad about the fact that George Lucas came up with this other perspective of the Force in the prequels, specifically The Phantom Menace? And of course that perspective is midichlorians, the evil word that so many Star Wars fans don't like to hear about or talk about. But I think that's going to be an issue that I will address next time. I don't know. Like I said, this is going to be more random, I think, Anthony's Asylum. It's going to be more like my mind on tap. If you guys are interested in that, I don't know. But if you are, awesome. And yes, please join me on a weird trip. And right now I'm on pain meds. I'm still kind of sick. This may be the loopiest I'm going to be until I get better. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, I just want to be more loose. I want it to be a little more fun. I want it to be a little bit more, just casual, and just kind of want to be, like I said, just kind of my mind open to you guys. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's going to be random shit. It's going to be just stuff like that. Sorry, I said the S word. I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss or not. I have this on iTunes too, so I don't know if they allow that kind of stuff, but I'm trying to keep it PG, but sometimes it may slip out and be PG-13 or stuff like that. But anyway, I do want to talk about a little bit more about the Force, the nature of the Force. I think that's going to be my next episode. And if you want to stick with me, please do. I love Star Wars. I love a bunch of other stuff too. I love Doctor Who, like I already mentioned. I love anything within the sci-fi and fantasy genres, really. I really do. That is my home. And I love comic books. I love all that kind of stuff. I love video games. Still playing Destiny, by the way. I have a level 26 Warlock that I'm desperately trying to get up to level 30 before August 31st, because I guess I already pre-ordered the Taken King and all that stuff, and you guys already know that. I'm just trying to get up to level 30. I'm like, God, I need to get up to level 30. It's so freaking hard to find legendary armor, though. So all I'm doing right now is just getting Vanguard marks and just going to the Vanguard Warlock and buying the armor whenever I get the Vanguard marks, enough Vanguard marks to do that. So it's kind of like, it's been slow going, but it's like, I guess, because I'm just, all the drops I'm getting are either uncommon, the green engrams or the blue engrams, the rare ones. And it's just like, God, I don't need that stuff anymore. I need legendary. I need to up my light level, for crying out loud. But anyway, God, see, sorry, I go on these crazy tangents. If you want to stick with me, please do. Please share this with your friends if you find it interesting. I don't know. But like I said, next week I will be going into the nature of the Force. I want to talk about the two sides of the Force, good side and the bad side, but also just the different perspectives now that George Lucas has created. And so thanks for joining me again on this episode of Anthony's Asylum. I am your host, Anthony. And I just do want to mention again, I do have a Patreon page. If you would be so kind and donate to that, that would be so awesome. I would love you forever. And Anthony's Asylum does release, I guess. I don't know what to call it. Release every Friday. Tentatively every Friday. On iTunes, on SoundCloud, on YouTube, and of course on Patreon. So yeah, please look me up there if you haven't already. And wherever you are listening to this, please leave a comment or something. I don't know. Let me know you are listening. Let me know that what you are hearing is what you like. I don't know. And please share it with people. I kind of want to get this out there. I haven't been promoting it as I should. I need to be promoting it a little bit more and getting it out there. But once again, yes, this is your host, Anthony. This has been Anthony's Asylum. Thank you for joining me. I will see you guys later. Bye.